Hello lads, welcome to day 3 of the Advent calendar. Here on my channel we have a new Christmas mug today. Today we are on shift 3 here at Providence Oaks. I believe this is actually Christmas Day. I probably should have worn a hat or something for this special occasion. I'm looking around the room thinking, I don't actually think I own a normal Santa Christmas hat. I'm so used to having like pom-poms or like tinsel. I don't really tend to go for the Christmas hat. Usually because they're quite itchy actually. I have Christmas crackers. Oh, I'm gonna get Christmas cracker out for the video. This is quite a rarity for me to have Christmas crackers like in the flat. I'm actually going to use this opportunity and say if they use Christmas crackers in the Christmas Day footage, I'm gonna pull one with them. Let's get cozy and continue. Oh, we're about to interview this little shit bag who wants a job. They seem like a student vibe, not really bothered. Like the cheek of it actually, thinking about this now. Poor little Thomas here has just finished his shift on Christmas Eve. He's about to get into the Christmas spirit. And then his boss comes along and plonks this guy on his table and says, before you leave, before you enjoy your Christmas time that you well and truly deserve, interview this boy for me. And not only that, he seems like a little bit of an asshole. So, do you know what I mean though? Could you tell me a little bit about yourself? Do you have somewhere else to be right now? Ooh. Do I start off on a bad note? I think I'm going to start off within my own morals and values. Depending on how he's going to reply to me is how I reply to him, because that's the way I dish my own attitude to others. I just bounce back exactly what you give to me.
Could you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm basically a computer expert, kind of in between jobs right now. I've been programming since I was 11 years old. I'm looking to start my own software company.
Okay, I thought he was a student, but he's got a tash there. He's sporting a pretty strong tash, so that's a full-blown man, acting like a full-blown child. You are aware that we don't have computers here. I went for a job interview once where I was clearly being interviewed for somewhere that was nothing to do with my hopes and dreams and ambitions. So I'm not going to say that because he probably just wants to save up money here. Like, let's be real.
That's great. So you want to save up some money to start your own enterprise one day?
Bingo. I'm already working on it at home, and whenever I have time in my schedule.
I mean, that's just the reality of life, isn't it? So,
I imagine that can take a toll on you.
I have the focus, determination, and willpower of a professional athlete.
Okay. I have a few more questions.
That's not how he came across in the motel in the previous game. He was not a very pleasant folk. Do you enjoy working with customers? Let's see what he says here, because he clearly did not.
Do you enjoy working with customers?
I think everyone would enjoy someone who skips the small talk and gets the job done as soon as possible.
No, Thomas, that's not how you go about it. We like to talk. We love the small talk in Lake because we like to get to know all the goss in the neighborhood.
Well, that may be, but my question was if you enjoy working with customers.
Sure. I love people. I love helping people. Could we wrap this up now, please? I don't think working here requires an extensive interview process.
I would love to be the age I am now in like the 80s, or even when my mum and dad like got into their career, because I feel like getting a job was so much more casual. It was like, oh, I know someone that's looking. There you go. You're hired. Oh, you're good at this? Have a word with Richard Vlogs. He's looking for someone good at that.
I'd like to ask one more question, actually.
Ooh, can you please get up and leave as fast as possible? When can you start? What salary are you looking for? Well, I know that he's not a good worker, so I want to say number 3, but am I going to miss out on a storyline if I don't employ him? Our salary first.
What salary are you looking for?
I know I can't ask for a salary in the computer expert range, but I would expect a salary
He's talking
that
like
reflects
a robot.
senior position.
Thanks for applying. We'll be in
Thanks for
touch.
applying.
That's
be
what they
in
all say,
touch.
right?
Okay, but please be aware that I've also received other offers. Bye.
That was as pleasant as it could have been, because I was tempted to take that in a different direction entirely. I always have this voice in my head that's like, you might miss out on storyline if you do this.
Yep, hello.
I'm a bit like that in real life, to be honest.
It's me. Finally found time to call. I'm having such a busy day. Did you invite anyone else over for tomorrow?
Yes, I did, but no takers.
No one
So it's
wanted
just
me.
You, me, and Mildred. Or is Beth coming as well?
Yeah, Beth is coming. So happy I could finally change her mind.
Who's Beth
Nice
again?
work.
It also means a little less Mildred.
It also means a little less Mildred.
Oh, Thomas Weiss. No, this is not funny. Mildred is a sweetheart. And you better wear the Christmas sweater she knitted for you last year.
It's funny that, isn't it? Like, if you invite a group of people over, it kind of waters down the energy of one person in particular if you don't all get on with them, or like they're just too much when it's one-to-one. I love Christmas sweaters, so don't worry about it. Yeah, come on, let's lighten the tone, Thomas.
I love Christmas sweaters, so don't worry about it.
Great. So I won't be the only one looking stupid. Oh, by the way, I've got great news. We finally found someone to take some shifts off my hands.
That's fantastic. No more 60-hour work weeks.
It's the guy. Ooh, do I ask her or do I tell her?
I also had a job interview today.
I wasn't at the interview, but I was introduced to him after he was hired.
Did he wear glasses?
Did he wear glasses?
Yes, he did.
Was he wearing a turtleneck sweater?
Was he wearing a turtleneck sweater?
Yeah. Are we playing Guess Who? His name is Matt. Matt Kearney. He said he's going to completely overhaul our computer system.
That's the guy I interviewed this afternoon.
Really? Did you like him?
No. He sounded perfect and he'll do great. He made my blood boil. That kid's a piece of work. Okay, that's a bit extreme from the conversation we had anyway. It could have gone in that direction though.
Can't say that I did, to be honest.
That's a shame. But it doesn't matter. He'll be taking the load off my shoulders. And I won't be working alongside him anyway. You'll probably see him more often than I will.
Right. And there I was thinking I dodged a bullet.
And there I
Took
was
the
thinking
words
I
right out of my
dodged a
mouth.
bullet.
We'll see how it all pans out. Oh, gotta go now. Bye, hun.
Bye, hun. Yeah, this is the thing when you're in a little sleepy town like this. It's like everyone knows everyone, and read a book this time, babes. Treat yourself. It's
Major
Christmas
League
Eve.
Baseball umpires are required to wear black underwear while on the job in case they split their pants. Golf is the only sport to have been played on the moon. February 6th, 1971, Alan Shepard hit a golf ball on the moon. Because of the low gravity, it may have traveled more than a mile.
That is not the kind of book I expected you to be reading on Christmas Eve, Thomas. I was thinking like night before Christmas. It's Christmas Day!
Weiss residents, good morning.
Hey, Dad.
Merry Christmas!
It's me.
Hey there, Em.
And it's snowing. Where's your Christmas jumper? Merry Christmas. Oh. He's been waiting all year to crack that one. Ready to have a Weiss Christmas? Oh, White Christmas. Whee! That's going to make her sad though because she's not with us. So let's just say the Meredith Christmas.
Meredith Christmas.
I was hoping to hear one of your special holiday puns. Merry
Yay.
Christmas to you too. I wish I was in PO right now.
That makes two of us.
That makes two of us. And probably three, but Mom's at the motel.
Guess I'm not the only one working today then.
What the hell? Everyone's
That's
left
what I got
Thomas.
myself into, huh?
Do you want my 2 cents or should I just listen? The passive aggressiveness that is boiling up inside me right now because I actually get like this about certain things. I'm like, look, hon, should have prepared for this, shouldn't you? I actually want to say this, sorry.
Do you want my 2 cents, or shall I just listen?
I reckon I already know what you're thinking, and you're probably right. I'll be okay, Dad. Work's progressing nicely, actually. And Tess is coming over later. She's also stuck here. We're going to try to cook up some semblance of a Christmas meal.
Oh, that's good to hear, Em.
Who's Tess? The other M will be in charge of my Christmas dinner.
But I'm glad the other M will be in charge of my Christmas dinner.
Can't disagree there.
Sass.
Her lemon mashed potatoes alone blows all my cooking out of the water. Oh, that reminds me. I need to try to pry that secret recipe out of her.
Lemon mashed
I'm gonna call her
potato?
at the motel right now. Thanks for talking, Dad. And Meredith Christmas.
Imagine asking for a recipe for Christmas dinner on Christmas Day when shops are closed and you can't buy the ingredients. Like, do you have lemons in? I'm guessing so. Thomas wishes you the same.
Missile Thomas wishes you the same.
Oh, I did not hear that. Love you.
I was trying to think of a Thomas one, but I couldn't, and I'm glad he did. I mean, he's had his whole life to think of that, probably. Oh, this is so depressing.
Mildred, you shouldn't have. We already have the most beautiful pair of Christmas sweaters in the world. And now we have 2 sweaters each. You must have put so much work into them.
Oh, please, don't mention it, dearie. Knitting sweaters can be quite straining, but knowing how happy they make you always makes up for it.
Oh no, this is why you shouldn't
we're
pretend.
So grateful, right, Thomas?
What? Why is he not saying anything? Why is he not saying anything? Oh, it's an option. I'm sitting there thinking he's just like... Oh, for a second there, I thought the Christmas Day footage on this game was just going to be us outside the house hearing dialogue of what was happening in the house. I was going to be really sad there. So, looks like us little, like, grey-haired circle here are spending my Christmas with the crazy cat lady, the lovely bookshop lady, to be fair. She's quite nice. Is that why he had said, like, they look like each other? Because they do look quite similar. Is that what he was referring to? I feel like that just went right over my head, whatever it was he was talking about there. Thank you, but I think you should not do this again. This is the dilemma, right? Because if you do keep on pretending you like something, they're gonna keep buying you that thing. This is why you've got to be tactful about this, because you want to be polite, but, like, too polite, and you're gonna successfully fool them into believing you love this horrible thing they're doing every year. Once again though, I'm a peacekeeper. I'm such a peacekeeper. So it's Christmas Day though. Do you know what? Honesty is best policy. She's probably going to get a bit pissed. She's just given me a present. I can't say. I'm hoping after the statement, Thomas is going to say something lovely like, I love what you've knitted me. You've knitted me 2 jumpers now, babes. But we don't need any more now because it's not very sustainable. You know, the environment and all. Let's not create waste, right? Come on, Oh, there's lemon on that turkey as well. This woman loves her lemons. Lemon mash, lemon turkey. Also, look at the size of that lady's necklace. Those are some big beads. Right.
Thank you, Mildred, but I really think you should not do this again.
Oh, yes. I feel guilty that you had to work so hard on them. You should also make... Do we, like, shove this knitted jumper dilemma onto other people in the town, or... Yeah, let's do that. Let's get her knitting one for that lady next year.
We have 2 each now. You should also make other people happy.
Thomas, please don't be modest now. You and Emily are the nicest and hardest working people in P.O., and you fully deserve it. I've also made sweaters for Frank and Jack and Robert and Bert, but they all said that wool gives them an allergic reaction. Isn't that a coincidence? Beth, I hope you aren't allergic to wool.
You're not going to believe the coincidence, Mildred, but yes, I actually am.
Oh, you guys
and
are mean.
It's such a shame. If only I, too, could celebrate Christmas wearing one of those beautiful sweaters. Anyway, Emily, would you be a darling and pass me the peas, please?
Peas?
Beth.
I don't... Oh, you mean the string beans. I suppose peas would have gone lovely with the meal as well, now that you mention it. Right, Thomas?
What's going on with these peas? Why is it my fault we don't have peas at the table? Are we going to start our first Christmas row over Christmas dinner? Because, I swear to God, over peas as well. Also, Beth, that was very smooth. Peas, beans, it's all green to me.
Beans, it's all green to me.
Oh, yes, of course. I meant the string beans. Of course, silly me. But let me get on with it. It's time for my presents now. And you may have already guessed that they're books. Mildred, why don't you open yours first?
Well, I'm not really one for presents, but I appreciate the gesture. Let's see now. The Cat's Pajamas.
Hey!
I've never heard of it, but it has a nice title, I suppose.
It's
Of course,
an encyclopedia about cats. A whiskerpedia, if you will. Someone drew my attention to it, and I immediately thought of you.
Oh, well, isn't that lovely? Such a heartfelt gift. Isn't it, Thomas?
Does anyone else feel like my wife has it in for me? Have I done something terrible? She's poking at me for peas, poking at me for a potential, like, unthoughtful present that I gave her. Come on, look at your husband in this little Christmas jumper. Like, you can't be mad at that. You can start knitting your cat.
Maybe you can start knitting your cats some pajamas now.
Well, they do like balls of yarn. Thank you, Beth.
It was my pleasure, Mildred. And now for Emily's gift.
Why, thank you, Beth. I do always appreciate your taste in books, so I'm looking forward to The Countess and the Carpenter. Would you look at that? Is this a romance novel? I've never really read one of those.
Right in one guess, Emily. I hear the writer Summers here, so this book is locally sourced, so to speak. And, dare I say it, the prose is quite compelling in the romance department, if you catch my drift.
Oh, I do, Beth.
I think I do. Beth, you are
I love
something
it.
else. Thank you. This will certainly get a nice spot on our bookcase.
I love a smutty book. I'm into smutty romances, the really dirty ones. I love that it's about a carpenter as well, because I said this in my last Lake video. I wrote a plot for a romance story about Postman, and his kind of rivalry, in a sense, is a carpenter. I'm not going to go into it, but interesting. Good to know the romance department is in our bookcase now. Does anyone feel a heavy sense of passive aggressiveness over the Christmas dinner table? Is this what people mean when they say they don't like spending Christmas with their family because everyone's just like playing nicey? Because this is what this feels like, and I don't know why. A lot of the dialogue in this game so far has felt like it's gone over my head, and I don't understand what's going on.
Ah, good to know the romance department is in our bookcase now, so I'll know where to find it.
Well, I'm looking forward to reading it already. Thank you so much, dear Beth.
You're welcome,
All right,
Emily.
Thomas.
I'm sure you'll love it. Okay, Thomas, it's your turn now.
Let's see.
Hey,
Crazy
guys.
sports facts, too. Even more crazy sports facts.
Oh, he was reading that, wasn't he, on Christmas Eve? He did enjoy it. Enough to read on Christmas Eve instead of the night before Christmas. No, you have read part 1. Oh boy, I love this stuff.
Boy, I love this stuff. I'm actually reading part 1 at the moment, so I can tuck into this straight after. Thanks, Beth.
You're welcome, Thomas. And you're right, there's some fascinating tidbits in
Thanks,
part
Beth.
1 as well. Even if one no longer actively plays sports, it's at least fun to read about it, right?
That feels passive aggressive too. What's going on?
Hey now, kids playing basketball still regret it when they challenge the mailman for a game of horse.
Well, there's no shame in admitting that you're not getting any younger, Thomas. In fact, none of us are exactly spring chickens anymore. Things like your arthritis can't magically be wished away by positive thinking.
All right, Emily. And I need to make this personal now. Let's not burden our lovely guests with this stuff.
You're right, Emily, but let's not burden our lovely guests with this right now. Who's up for some blueberry pie?
Speaking of blueberries, my bridge partner, Edna's niece, discovered this mole last week.
Hold that thought, Mildred. I really need to take this. Hello?
Hi there. Could you put me through to Meredith Weiss, please?
What? Is she gonna surprise us on Christmas Day?
Excuse me, who is this?
Oh, it's Steve. Steve Mitchell from work. Is Meredith there?
Exactly, Thomas. Do you understand that it's Christmas right now? Also, if Steve has just ruined Meredith's surprise right now, I'm gonna be fuming for her.
Do you understand that people are celebrating Christmas right now?
Look at them in the background.
What? Christmas? Oh my gosh. I'm sorry to bother you. Is it Christmas already? Gosh, I totally missed that. I've been pulling a couple of all-nighters.
Oh my gosh. The way you said that
I'm
sounded
gonna
so
splash water on my
sarcastic.
face.
Oh
Sorry
my
again,
gosh.
Splash. Enjoy your evening. Bye. Merry Christmas.
I was just gonna say, I'm waiting for that.
Everything okay,
What the
honey?
heck? Just someone who doesn't understand Christmas.
All fine, dear. Just someone who doesn't understand the spirit of Christmas. Never mind. Beth, you were saying...
I wasn't actually, but I was looking for a way to say this, and now's as good a time as any, I suppose.
Oh,
My dear friends, I am leaving Providence Oaks.
What?
You're what?
What's that, dear?
Are you serious?
Well,
Shocker.
before we move on
Not really.
to the sad part, let
we
me
were
first
expecting
tell
this.
you the good part. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to be a grandmother.
Oh, Beth, that is amazing.
Well, I'll be.
Whose mother?
I mean, congratulations.
Yes, my son Daniel and his wife are expecting. Isn't that wonderful? But, and here's the proverbial kicker. You may remember that they moved to Savannah, Georgia a few years ago. So if you put 2 and 2 together,
What? They haven't. Oh, 2 and 2 together. Oh, Thomas.
They're having quadruplets? I'm joking, of course. That's great, Beth. I'm so happy for you.
That is marvelous, Beth. Congratulations. I wish you and your family all the happiness in the world. But I'll miss you something terrible. We all will. But we have to toast to the good news. Thomas, go pour us some brandy and I'll get the pie.
Oh, Thomas, would you have any antacid? That eggnog is starting to stir up something indiscreet.
Oh, her beads are huge as well. What's with this town and these massive beads? You had me at brandy.
You had me at brandy. Now, let's celebrate this wonderful evening, ladies. Here's to a lovely old Christmas spent with good friends.
here, here, here.
Here.
Yeah. One of my favourite things about Christmas Day dinner is just the fact you can get drunk over dinner.
Hey, Thomas.
Boxing
Did you see
Day.
the game last night?
Morning, Frank. Nope, we had our Christmas dinner.
With no Christmas crackers, may I say, so I brought these out for no reason. Maybe I should have just done that when they did the cheers. Disgusting behaviour. Who doesn't have Christmas crackers on Christmas Day? But I have a feeling you're going to talk about it anyway.
But I have a feeling you're going to talk about it anyway.
The Celtics were up by 25 in the third quarter, but they still lost the game in double overtime.
Wow. I still like Christmas dinners better, Frank.
I still like Christmas dinners better, Frank.
Ha! Fair enough, Thomas. Have a good one today.
Wow. We're 30 minutes in and we've only just started our shift. This is a Boxing Day shift now. Look at that beautiful, beautiful sky. Cool. Let's get in the van and do some...
Season's greetings,
Hosting.
P.O. It's the second day of Christmas, and I don't have turtle doves or partridges in pear trees, but you know what I do have?
P.O. positive or pet peeves? Season's greetings to you too, Jack. It's, Angela here. I watched the movie Gremlins the other day, right in my own cozy VCR-equipped living room. And I just want to say that it was a lovely and inexpensive way to have a great time.
Thanks for the tip, Angie. Angela. I'm going to assume that wasn't a surreptitious advertisement for the Flick Shack.
Oh.
And I'm also going to assume my next rental there will be free of charge. Hey! Okay, on to the weather. It looks like we'll have lots of snow today.
That was the lady
How
who
about
works
some
at
music
the
now?
VHS store pretending to be a customer leaving a review on the radio. Well, I never. They get away with anything in the 80s, don't they? Oh, I've just gone the wrong way. Sorry. Here we go.
Somehow it's always nice when our neighbors get a letter. Here's to you, Andy and Toby.
Aw. Oh, he literally means their neighbour. I did wonder, I was like, why did he say that? Aren't these all neighbours technically, but... I'm sorry, my driving. I keep misusing the... Are you kidding me? It's someone sitting in their car again. I don't think this village is very confident in the snow. It's not that post box, is it? It's this one down here. Oh, do you know what? He's so slow that I'm going to drive right up to the post box. Can't get much closer than this. Ah, of course he would come out the other side of the frickin' van.
There we go.
There we go. Right, let's go. Right. So I wonder how many shifts this game actually gives you. Because it's a DLC. So it won't be as long as the main game was. I'm very curious about how long this game is from start to finish. Bearing in mind I do take longer to play it because I fanny around a lot, I talk a lot. Ah, pretty. Okay, so turn off in here. Nope, that is absolutely not what you turn off, Ellie. Is this the lumberjack's house? We haven't seen him yet. Hey, you want to meet your future son-in-law, the lumberjack, Thomas?
Okay, Thomas. Keep the wheels steady and trust the snow chains on the tires.
God. Maybe the snow does make it harder to drive. In this game, frickin' hell. Oh, it's super snowy. Yeah, this is his future son-in-law's house.
Our honeymoon to Niagara Falls all those many years ago. A little more impressive than our local waterfall, but not by much.
It's a sign. Your future son-in-law lives in front of a waterfall that reminds you of your honeymoon. It's meant to be. Me and this lumberjack is meant to be. Bear Creek. Get this package out. How beautiful that is. Imagine that being your backyard.
Hey there! Looks like Santa's a little late this year.
That's what you get for not being a good boy. Oh, this could get very weird. Keep ordering heavy parcels and Santa will skip you altogether.
That's what you get for not being a good boy, Robert Harris.
Let me try to make it up to you. Take that heavy load off your hands. That must be the fire pit I ordered. Now I can finally go ice fishing without freezing at the same time.
Ice fishing.
Ooh, I thought this game's actually making me feel cold. I thought there'd be no more fishing until spring. Ooh,
and here I thought there'd be no more fishing until spring.
It's out of town, so I could use someone else to talk to. Not that Bert talks that much. How about it? Tomorrow evening.
His voice cut off for a second there. I don't know what happened. But he's inviting me. How about not in a million years? What the heck? No, absolutely.
Sure, let's do it. You better make sure that fire pit is working.
Hell yeah.
Perfect.
Bit of
I'll
son
bring
and
all the
dad
gear,
time.
but feel free to bring some booze.
Hell yeah, lads.
Hey, did you have a nice Christmas, by the way?
I've had better. Yeah.
I've had better. My daughter couldn't make it.
I'm still salty.
Hear that. Anyway, I won't hold you up any longer. I need to assemble this baby. See you tomorrow, Thomas. I'll come pick you up.
Yeah. I mean, other than the glitching, that went perfectly. Me and him. I wonder if you make any choices by the end of this game as well. Like, I don't know what the choice would be. Not quite sure what, but it might be something. I'm going to end this video here at Bear Creek after making plans with my future son-in-law. Look, he's ready for his ice fishing trip, and I'll join you next time for the next installment of this advent calendar here on my channel. Subscribe to my channel to be notified when that gets uploaded, and I'm on social media in the meantime, such as Twitter, Facebook and Instagram if you want to catch me on any of those. I also offer tarot reading services, so if you want your cards read for next year to see how your year of 2024 is going to go, I do hour-long readings, so book me in for that on any of my social media platforms or on my email address down there in the video description. I'll see you next time for the remainder of my shift Sending loads of love from my house to yours.